Welcome back to the channel, everybody. With the AliExpress anniversary sale now a few days in, I have here my 5th video for you regarding the sale. A week before the sale of my first video, I ranked the 39 watches that I personally own from 39th to 1st. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. In my second video, a few days ahead of the sale, I posted a video sharing some AliExpress tips and announced a watch giveaway winner. And I have an update on the giveaway, so don't go anywhere and keep watching. My third video dropped on the day of the sale, but I didn't share or recommend any watches. Instead, I provided some suggestions on watch accessories watch collectors and enthusiasts should own, such as watch winders, travel and storage cases, basic tools, etc. You should absolutely check that out. And in my fourth and most recent video, I looked at watch deals with the sale well underway and didn't find the deals as strong as I would have liked. I stated this sale sucks, and a lot of people agreed. I've gotten comments from my viewers and comments on several social media watch communities, all asking the same question. Are you seeing any good deals? And that's what the 5th video on this AliExpress anniversary sale is all about. Hunting for not good deals, but great deals. When looking at the deals and tracking the price history, I found that some brands are promoting better deals than others. I'm a huge fan of Thorn, Tactical Frog, and Tandorio. I rank them high on my list. But the deals on these brands are small or not at all. Pagani Design, San Martin, Watch Dives, and Seastern have okay deals, but nothing crazy. Then there are a few brands that have great deals. Some models I own, some I don't. And what I'm about to share is a collection of watches that have some of the best deals during this sale. I'll leave links to everything I'm about to show, plus I'll include the links from the other videos I mentioned. Feel free to use them and explore the glory that is AliExpress. These are affiliate links, so if you choose to use them and make a purchase, I may receive a small commission, but it won't cost you more. So the prices I'm about to share do not include any coupons or coin discounts, so the deals could be even better. Now before I begin, I mentioned my watch giveaway. I announced the winner a few days ago, and his profile is Joker2630. He got back to me and said, "That's awesome, but I'm away and I will be traveling for a while. I'm grateful. Please choose another winner so you can make their day. Thanks again, maybe next time." Joker2630, you're a great sport. I'm going to randomly select another winner offline for the sake of saving time. I'll announce a new winner at the end of this video. Joker2630, because of your generous gesture, when you get back from your travels, let me know, and I'll have a different watch waiting for you when you get back. You deserve it. So enough with the intro, let's look at some watches. Sugess is a sister or maybe even a parent company to Seastern. And while Seastern had some okay deals, Sugess has great deals. First is this Sugess Pilot Watch. It has the Seagull ST1901 Swan Neck. This is a beautiful watch at $208. Looking back at the price history, this is the lowest price I've found since March of 2025. It comes in some beautiful colorways, some great lume on the dial, and there is a really good look at that ST1901 movement with that gold swan neck. Tremendous piece. $208 is a real good deal right now. As I said, this is before any coupons and discounts, so keep that in mind. The starburst dials on these watches are absolutely beautiful. This is the watch that really pushed me to make this video, because this watch is typically expensive on the other side of $400. When I found this watch here for $359, this Sugess Daytona style watch or Panda style watch, however you want to categorize it, at $359 before coupons is an absolute bargain. I look back at the search history. I went as far back as September 2023 and I couldn't find a lower price than what you see right here. So this watch isn't a deal, it's a steal. This watch has a Peacock SL 4801 automatic movement, so you got those 3 sub-dials, and it's not one of those useless 24-hour sub-dials. You have a minute sub-dial, you have an hour sub-dial, and you have a 12-hour sub-dial. This is just an incredible looking piece. It's not a cheap knockoff like the Pagani design, where it does have that VK Mecha Quartz movement and that 24-hour sub-dial that really serves no purpose. This watch really has all the specs, and at the price that they're currently asking for it, $359.09, I've never come across a better deal than this. This Sugess, the homage to the Flamingo, is another great deal. They've got a couple different colorways left in stock. There's a few of them that are sold out, unfortunately. But at $233, This is the lowest price I've come across since November of last year. Since November of 2025, the price hasn't been this low. Now this has a Seagull ST1907 mechanical movement, again with the swan neck. So it is a mechanical, not an automatic wind, but I love the fact that they incorporated a power reserve meter into the dial. You can kind of see it in all these different colorways. It's subtle, but it's there, and I really like that. You can see here the applied indices have great lume. Even the hands on the subdials are loomed. Doubt they'll last very long, but it is a nice touch. And there's a good look at that swan neck ST1907 movement. If you've been thinking about one of these flamingo style homages, this may be the one for you, and at this price, it's definitely worth grabbing. This next Sugess watch is a chronograph moonphase with the ST1908 mechanical movement. Gorgeous dial on these watch. Just look at the complications that you see here with the 3 subdials and the moonphase. It's a 29.5-day movement. This is not a date wheel that's been designed to look like a moonphase, and it's a false moonphase. This is a true moonphase watch. And it's also a functioning chronograph. And when you're looking at those seagull movements, you really can't get tired of looking at it. It really is a functioning work of art. This salmon dial really isn't my particular cup of tea, but for some people it might be just what they're looking for. So $165 for this watch is a great deal. It's the lowest price I've come across since March of 2025. People, I really hope you appreciate the work that goes into making a video like this. I just had 40 minutes of video just crap out that I had to toss into the recycle bin because there was 40 minutes of video that lost audio. For whatever reason, I have no idea, and I got to start this thing all over again. Making these videos can sometimes be a nightmare. I blame myself for this mess up because what I should have done, like I always do, is I break these videos down into smaller pieces and then I'll segment them together. But instead, no, I decided to do this one long video with this one here, thinking that I could blast through this and then edit it later. And then I find 40 minutes of just silence. Video going with no audio whatsoever, a total waste. Anyway, rant over, let me get back to the watches. So the next watch I wanted to show you, but unfortunately there was no video behind it, is this Sugess Moonphase watch. This watch I had ranked number 2 in the 39 watches that I own. It's a beautiful watch, especially on this bracelet. You can get the strap option as well, but for a few dollars more, the bracelet really is worth it. At $134, it is a good price. Before the sale, it was at $179. Back in November of 2024, it was as low as $102. 2 years later, it certainly went up a few dollars, but this watch at under $200, in my opinion, is a great deal of a watch because it really is that good. You have that beautiful Aventurine dial. It has an ST2528 automatic movement. It's a true moonphase movement where this moon will rotate every 29.5 days. This is not a fake 31-day date wheel that they decorated to look like a moonphase. It is a moonphase. It also has that big date complication. There's a better shot at the moon phases of this watch. And here's a really nice shot of the loom. The moon is loomed, the hands are loomed. You have loomed hour markers all throughout. It's a really nice touch without overdoing it. This is not a diver's watch where you really want full-blown loom. This is just an accent to a very attractive watch. Once again, $134 before any discounts or coupons is a great deal on this watch. Under $200, this is just a great deal of a watch. And if this isn't part of your collection, it's something that you should strongly consider. Now, Ixdao has some great pieces, and they've got some great deals during this sale. This here is their bronze Tudor homage. You can get this with a PT5000 movement or a Solita Swiss movement. The PT5000 is a clone of an ETA movement, and at $259, I don't know where you're going to find a watch in bronze with a movement like this at a price like this. This is the lowest price I found since January of 2025. Unfortunately, I didn't take a look at the pricing of these Solita movement watches. To me, $413 for a Swiss movement is a steal of a deal. I don't really know how it compares to prices though in the past, so I can't comment on that. And just take a look at that dial. This particular one has Chinese hour markers on the top half of the dial and Arabic numerals at the bottom half of the dial. One thing I love about bronze, and you can see it kind of here in the photo, is how it patinas over time and really gives it a unique look of its own where you really won't have two watches that will be identical. Even the bronze buckle will patina over time. So a bronze watch with a high beat PT5000 movement at $259 in 2026, a watch with 2025 prices, to me is a great deal. And once again, before any coupons or discounts. Now this next Ixdao, I've never seen this before, and I really want to get my hands on this one. Take a look at that dial. This is a blue dragon scale dial. This here is a green dragon scale dial. Very dark green. I don't know how it'll really look once you have it in hand, but it's also available with these different wave patterns as well. This coffee wave pattern is a gorgeous watch. But wait till you see the case backs on these watches. Take a look at that. That is one of the case backs. I'm assuming this is one of the case backs for the wave dial. A gorgeous bracelet to really complement these watches. They loom the crown as well as the date, but not the entire date window, just the numbers itself. There's a better shot at the bracelet with those flat links. You've also got an on-the-fly micro adjust clasp, which is a great touch. And even the clasp itself is gorgeous. Screw pin links keep it all together. And here's another highly decorated case back. This obviously has to be the Dragon scale. There's the Dragon edition right there. And one thing that they do not mention is the movement that these watches are running. But you can see here on this decorated case back that it does refer to a Seiko NH35A movement, which is a great movement for a watch like this because it helps keep the price down, and they can invest a lot more into the dial, into the case back, into the quality of materials, into the bracelet, into the clasp. Could they have dropped a PT5000 movement in a watch like this? Sure they can, but then you won't be paying $255 for a watch like this either. And when I tried looking for a price history of this watch, there was nothing. This is a new watch for 2026, so this is the price, but you're getting a lot of quality for that price. So in my opinion, this is a great deal of a watch. Now, as I continued to scour for the best deals on AliExpress, I came across this brand. I don't really know how to pronounce it well, so I'm just going to wing it. I think it's pronounced Agelocer. I'm not sure. But this is the Agelocer moonphase watch. This is a pretty unique piece because a few of these watch designs have a small Van Gogh dial at the 6 o'clock position, and then they have this moonphase that orbits the Van Gogh oil painting. And it's an oil painting, which is very interesting. And on top of that, add a manual wind movement with an 80-hour power reserve. That is just tremendous at a price like this. And when looking back at the prices, this is the lowest price I've come across since just a few months ago, to be frank, since December of 2025. But I found this watch at the highest price of $1,190. I honestly couldn't say if it's worth that, but at $290 for a piece this unique with an 80-hour power reserve, I think this is a fantastic piece for a collection. And I highly recommend you click on my link to get more information about this watch because it really goes into detail. It's won a few awards. It talks a little bit about where the design came from and who the designer is of this watch. Kind of breaks down the moon phases of this watch and how it orbits that Van Gogh painting. And if that Van Gogh painting isn't really your thing, there are different options when it comes to the face of this watch. As you can see here where it has a band of stars instead of that Van Gogh at that lower dial. So in my opinion, both pieces are pretty interesting. There's a better shot at the movement. I like how they have this decorated and cut roller, the blue screws, you can see all the jewels around. This is a very attractive movement, and it is a movement with an 80-hour power reserve. A high beat movement at that, at 28,800 vibrations per hour. This watch has specs that are really hard to beat. There's in fact a close-up of the moon. You can see the texture on it, and it is a 3D carving of the moon surface, which is great. So there really are a lot of details to this watch, a lot of artistry that went into this watch. The price is great for everything that you're getting. When you really start checking the boxes of specs and features, it really is a great watch for what you're getting at this price of $290. And it is a great deal because looking back, the lowest price I could find on this watch dates back to December of 2025, just a few months ago. So at least you know you're getting a good price at this time. Another Agelocer that I came across is this World Time watch. And this is one gorgeous World Time watch. At $390, this is the lowest price I've come across since March of last year, since the last AliExpress anniversary sale of March 2025. This watch here, however, with the different bezel is priced considerably higher. I don't know much about that, and quite frankly, I didn't research the pricing on this one, but this one here at $390 is a very good deal. Goes back more than a year. The highest price I've come across on this watch was $1,600. I can't say if it's worth that, probably not, especially when you get it for $390, but that's the highest. This price is the lowest. Here's a better look at that dial with the inner rotating bezel, showing you both the country or city, as well as the UTC plus or minus. So you can see here in the dial with the inner rotating bezel, not only do you have the city or country, but you also have on the outer ring the plus or minus of the corresponding city. So this watch is priced a little bit on the higher side, but they really do bring a lot to the table. They really bring a lot of quality with 3/16 stainless steel, a sapphire glass, crocodile leather strap, great dimensions at 42 millimeters and only 11 millimeters thick, 80-hour power reserve, as we've touched on many times, and there's a close-up of that dial itself. It's a beautiful textured dial there, 3D textured dial, okay? For me, that dial is really a home run, and I do like the color scheme with the red and the blue, the white and the blue outer ring. And so this watch design may not be for everybody, but at $390 for everything that you're getting here, this is one of the great deals during this AliExpress anniversary sale. Now next up is a watch that I have no problem pronouncing the name, and I also have no problem in saying that this is an absolute banger of a watch. This Reef Tiger is gorgeous. I am a massive fan of the Blancpain 50 Fathoms, and this watch really knocks it out of the park with these sunburst dials. Had I seen this watch before I invested in a Helm Mioka, I would have gone for this watch over that watch any day and saved myself a few dollars in the process. I mean, don't get me wrong, that Helm watch is a beautiful watch, but this watch is just absolutely stunning from top to bottom. That beautiful dial, that sapphire bezel, the flat beads of rice bracelet, this watch all comes together. It's sporty, it's elegant, it's everything in between in my opinion. This is exactly what I like in a 50 fathom style homage. Looks like you've got some great lume on this dial as well. The bezel is also lumed, which is fantastic. The blue is great, but this black is also a showstopper. I'm really not into gold watches, but this blue and gold really comes together beautifully. I've never even seen a gold beads of rice bracelet on AliExpress before, and here you have it on this watch, and it's perfect. Dimensions on this watch are big, and I like big. 44 millimeters. It's thick at 15.2 millimeters, but on a design like this, I will take it any day. And here's a better look at those colorways. This black dial on a black bracelet is gorgeous as well. I searched some past pricing on this watch. There was nothing on this watch. The coupons are certainly better during this sale than past sales, but a watch that looks this good for $329, I had to put in this list because it's probably the best looking Blancpain homage I've ever seen. Now this next watch is from Farasute. It was introduced late last year, and you've probably seen this because every watch reviewer and their brother has reviewed this watch since it was launched. The price, however, has not come down since it was launched last year, so $294 is the going rate for this watch. Is it a great deal? I would say so, only because of the simple fact that it's a very original design. I'm not familiar with a design like this. Maybe you are, and if you are, definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know what watch this homages. The lume on this watch is really attractive and different, and this is another watch with an 80-hour power reserve. So here you are with a watch with an 80-hour power reserve for under $300. It is a mechanical movement. It is a hand wind watch, which in my opinion is fine when you're getting 80 hours of power reserve. I guess you could say this watch is a dress watch with panache because of that style, because of that design, because of that lume. And even when it's not loomed, just take a look at the texturing of that dial. It really is attractive. So you're looking at sub $300 for a unique timepiece, a unique dress watch with a power reserve of over 3 days. I'd say that that's a great deal and worthy of this list. Now, Steeldive has a huge catalog of watches, and most of these watches on AliExpress during this sale are great deals. I'm going to show just a few, but you can pick just about any Steeldive you want in whatever colorway you want. You're going to get a great deal. These prices are among the best deals going back to 2025 and even 2024. And the first watch I want to show you here is the Steeldive SD1953. Don't focus too much on this colorway because you can get this watch in any color you want, from black to lavender and everything in between. I happen to own this ice blue dial with the black bezel in this 5-link Jubilee bracelet that currently isn't in stock, but it's a great watch nonetheless. And at $74.56, this is among the lowest price since 2024. Now, if you're not familiar with Steeldive, they give you so much for your money. They give you a sapphire crystal, a ceramic bezel, 316L stainless steel. It's built like a tank. You have push pin links, not screw pin links, in the bracelet, but at $74, what can you expect? They have some of the best loom at any price point, let alone an entry-level price point like here, which is why the Steeldive SD1953 was one of the first watches I bought on AliExpress. The fact that it came with a loomed ceramic bezel was just jaw-dropping when I first started building my collection. And that's why I have this watch in a few different colorways. If you're going to build a watch collection on these AliExpress sales, this is the cornerstone of any collection, the Steeldive SD1953, and at this price, it's hard to beat. Now, in my watch ranking of 39 watches, I had the Steeldive SD1953 ranked at number 6. I had the Steeldive SD1970 that you see here ranked number 3. It is a tremendous watch for the money. I'm showing you here the worst case scenario. At $119, you're paying for this white dial with the two-tone ceramic bezel. If you're looking at more of the traditional SD1970s with this same Willard case, however, it's going to be a black dial with a black bezel or a green dial with a green bezel, and that's the one that I have, the green dial with the green bezel, expect to pay about $50 less than what you're looking at right here. That's what makes these watches a tremendous bargain. And the 1970 brings it just like the SD1953, where you have 316L stainless steel, a sapphire glass, a ceramic bezel, loom that you could see from the moon, a gorgeous asymmetrical case shape and design. 120-click unidirectional bezel is fantastic on this watch. This really is a magnificent piece. It's on my Mount Rushmore of watches. It's why I have it ranked at number 3. Dollar for dollar, this is one of the best watches that you can buy on AliExpress, period, end of story. But if you like that SD1970, but you want just something a little bit different, then there's the SD1972. And what makes this watch different from the SD1970 is that this watch features a day date versus a date only. So this watch has an NH, they're saying it's an MH36, it should say NH36 versus an NH35. So basically what you're looking at here is the 1972 version of the watch that I own in this green dial with the green bezel. And once again, what doesn't this watch have for $93? You get ceramic, you get sapphire, you get 316L stainless steel, you get a reliable NH movement, you get solid link bracelets, you've got a beautiful case shape, you've got a signed crown, and like on my SD1970, you get 2 different colors of loom. So the SD1972 from Steeldive, in my opinion, is another great deal. And this next watch that you're looking at here is the watch that I had ranked number 1 out of my 39 watches. This is the Steeldive SD1994 GMT, and the watch that I have is currently out of stock. It's this one here with the 5-link bracelet, but you can also get it with the 3-link bracelet. This watch was number 1 because, in my opinion, Steeldive made a better watch than Seiko did with their Seiko 5. This watch is packed with so many features that Seiko doesn't have. This watch has a sapphire crystal, a ceramic bezel, a loomed ceramic bezel, 316L stainless steel, but it's got a better bracelet. It's got a better clasp. I can't find a feature on that Seiko 5 that's better than what you're going to find on this Steeldive SD1994. And if you have a feature that's better on that Seiko other than Seiko printed on the dial, let me know in the comments. Now, this price at $154 is a good deal because you typically see this watch around $175, $180, sometimes as high as $190. But I did find this watch before for about $129. So I see it here now for $154. Use my link to get you here, but like I said before, explore, see what you could find, because you might find a better deal on this watch than what I'm showing you here. This is a great deal, but there might be an even greater deal out there that I haven't come across. So make sure you look around before you make any commitment. One watch design that's always hot and always in demand is a Tuna homage. And you have that here from Steeldive with the SD1975. Once again, pay no mind to this colorway because you can find it in a variety of different colorways. But what I really love is this engineer style bracelet on this one. You can get it with a 3-link if you like, but that engineer to me is just hot. It's got an NH35 movement, so you know it's going to be reliable. And where else are you going to find a Tuna style watch for $86. This goes back to 2024 prices. Like every Steeldive watch, it has great lume. Now the great thing about this watch is in fact the design, if you're not familiar with this Tuna style design. This watch has no lugs. This watch case is basically your lug to lug. So while it is a large watch at 47.5 millimeters and 15 millimeters thick, that is also going to be your lug to lug at 47.5 millimeters. Your lug to lug will be 47.5 because of that Tuna style design, as you can see better in this illustration. That bezel shroud is what makes a Tuna a Tuna. This is just another one of those iconic designs that if you don't have one in your collection already, you probably want to get one. And just as an example, I want to show this SD1975 in a different colorway, where you have the red hour markers and also orange hour markers. However, when you're looking at colors like that, you can be assured that it's certainly going to affect the lume performance of the watch, both that red and that orange. But again, take a look at that case, that shroud, and that engineer bracelet. It is just a rugged looking tool watch. It looks like it's built to last a lifetime. The 3-link is nice too, don't get me wrong. If this were an H-link bracelet, I might consider this, but it's hard to pass on this engineer bracelet. So if you do not have a Tuna homage in your collection yet, for $85, you might want to consider it during this sale because that is a great deal. And those are just some of the great deals that I found digging around on AliExpress's site. So look around. Maybe you don't like some of the deals that I found, but if you go out there, you might find a deal that you do like. And before I wrap up this video, we need to select a new winner of the watch giveaway. If you're interested in knowing which watch I'm giving away, I'm not telling you. And I selected a new winner offline. That winner is Jeff-N for you. I'll update the winner in the description of the giveaway video, the description in the giveaway winner video, in this description here, and I'll post the winner to the community page. Jeff-N for you. If you're watching, send me a message. I hope you made it to the end, and if you did, please take a second to like, hype, subscribe, comment, thank, share. Whatever you can do to support the channel would be greatly appreciated. Thanks again as always, and I'll see you in the next video.